All the very best with your investments, Mr. Ankit. Let's move on to one next email that's coming from Mr. Das from Noida. His email down. He's investing via SIP 2,000 rupees each in Mirae Asset Large Cap Fund, Kotak Standard Multi Cap Fund, Motilal Oswal Multi Cap 35 Fund, ABSL Banking and Financial Services, HDFC Equity, Mirae Asset Emerging Blue Chip, Sundaram Rural and Consumption Fund, Tata Equity P Fund and L&T Infrastructure Fund. He wants us to review his portfolio and provide an overall assessment of the funds. What are you recommending him?
A lot more money will flow into the construction industry, which leads to a ripple down effect to many other sectors of the economy. The second part is, as we work on rural areas, I think we see the rural demand coming back as well. So we expect the second half of the year to be much better than the first half. Yeah, please.
Yeah, Mr. Kirloskar, it has been estimated that we need to grow at the rate of 10% every year for the next 20 years to eliminate poverty completely in our country. You've been very optimistic and you're saying that 7.4% growth you're expecting this year. But yeah, you need to attract $1 trillion every year as FDI for the next 5 years. To be able to do this, what are the 6 top things the Modi government should do in the next 5 years? Thanks.
In my presentation, I talked about the investment. It's basically investment in India, not necessarily FDI. It could be domestic investment as well, and that's why we suggested also whether excess assets with the government, etc., to be sold for infrastructure. But this is a tall order, as you know, you yourself are saying it is a tall order. But we must aspire for something, and we must try our best to push it. That's part of our issue with, our purpose of CII being here, is we must push for this. So we will push for ease of doing business. We will try our best to untie the knots. That's the only way, untie the knots in various value chains. We try for trade facilitation, we'll push on tax reform. We need to tax equity less. We have to reduce the tax on equity and make sure equity gets built up and invested. Uday always has talked about, trying, how do you unleash an animal spirit again? And that will only mean if equity becomes the way of investment as opposed to debt, to create assets. We have to consider global value chains. Like the auto industry is now part of a global value chain. It attracted investment before the market opened up. And I think in different industries, we have to create a similar kind of global value chain.
Yeah, that's coming from Mr. Naveen. Now, he's from Mumbai and he's emailed up that he has invested 10 lakh rupees via lump sum in ICICI Prudential Liquid Fund. He is now investing via SIP in ABSL Tax Relief 96 Fund, Axis Long Term Equity Fund, BNP Paribas Mid Cap Fund, TSP Mid Cap Fund, SBI Magnum Mid Cap Fund and UTI Mid Cap Fund. He wants your guidance, he wants our guidance on whether his fund selection is right or not.